Hey guys, it's Bear with refugemedical.com, and this is the bleeding prevention kit. This kit comes in a 5 mil plastic bag that we vacuum seal so that it gets compact and stays affordable. Looks a lot like this, which I know doesn't look very appetizing, but there's a reason for this. This helps prevent the ingress of water and dust and mud and all that stuff. Keeps the kit very compact, very stashable, keeps it affordable. Great backpack, glove box, desk drawer kit, or handouts for your buddies, mass casualty incidents, unfortunately schools, office places, workspace. This is a great affordable kit for that. And these come in 3 different varieties. The Bleeding Prevention Kit, or BPK, Basic, Intermediate, and Advanced. And what's basic about this is the packaging, not the components. These are top of the line components from name brand manufacturers. So I'll go ahead and pull this out. We've got a Cat Gen 7 tourniquet for bleeding in the extremities, arms and legs. We've got a North American Rescue emergency trauma bandage, as well as 2 packs of wound packing gauze for wound packing in your junctional areas or extremities. Junctional areas are your neck, your shoulders, your pelvic girdle, areas that I can't get a tourniquet on. So we've got 2 packs of gauze there, as well as this pressure bandage for wound packing or for dressing wounds, lacerations to the extremities. I've got a Sharpie for marking time here on the time tab on the tourniquet, and also for taking notes, patient history, names, locations, all of that. I've got a real set of shears. I don't know if you can hear that, but these are real shears, not garbage shears, real EMT shears, so that we can, if needed, cut through clothing to expose the casualty, to check for secondary wounds or maybe wounds that we missed in our initial assessment. We've got 2 pairs of gloves here because the rule of thumb is if it's wet and not yours, please don't touch it, okay? Blood is nasty, bodily fluids are nasty. I don't want whatever you got. You don't want whatever I got. Glove up, okay? Then we've got a Mylar blanket here that most people see this space blanket, or burrito blanket as it's known, as a throwaway, but it's not, because this helps us mitigate hypothermia. It's much easier to prevent hypothermia than it is to treat it, and blood carries oxygen around the body, but it also carries heat around the body, and we don't want the core temperature of the casualty to drop. As much as possible, we want to maintain homeostasis, 98.6, and so when there's a critical bleed, the body of the casualty is losing heat. Well, we want to help reflect what heat they have back at them. So after we treat the wounds, we can wrap them up in a Mylar blanket to help maintain that core body temperature. And then the basic and intermediate and advanced also come with this handy dandy little instruction booklet. I recommend you familiarize your stuff with all this before you need it, but it's here in case somebody finds themselves in a situation where they don't know what to do. You've got detailed instructions on applying the cat tourniquet right here, detailed instructions on how to pack a wound with gauze, how to use an emergency trauma bandage, applying a chest seal, etc., etc. That's all right here in this little booklet. And that's the basic kit right there. Like I said, there's nothing basic about it. When you get into the intermediate kit, we're then going to add flat duct tape. This can be used for a lot of things. If I have a limb that has an injury, I can use it as a sling. I can use this in an emergency as part of a fire starting protocol. I can wrap wounds with this. I can do all kinds of wonderful things with duct tape, as well as a pair of chest seals, 2. One for the front, one for the back. Usually with a penetrating wound, you have an entry wound and an exit wound, and we want to seal both of those wounds up. Any punctures in our pleural space, basically in between our collarbones and our belly button, that area operates in a vacuum, and if I don't cover all the holes, I can't restore the vacuum there that allows the diaphragm to pull down and inflate the lungs so that we're respirating reliably. And so these chest seals are basically just big stickers that we use to seal holes in the box. And there's 2 of them in here for that reason, entry wound and exit wound in the intermediate kit. Then when we get into the advanced kit, it's all this stuff plus, but wait, there's more. Everybody's favorite nose noodle. This is a nasopharyngeal airway size 28 French that comes with the Surgilube. And the idea here is to be able to maintain a patent airway, AKA a clear pathway for air from the front of our face to our lungs, maxillofacial region. And we're typically going to use this on a patient that we suspect may lose consciousness, because we don't want them to roll over, have their tongue relax, float into the back of their throat, and then occlude the airway. And so this is a nasopharyngeal airway. It goes up your nose with a rubber hose, clear to the back of your throat, and it maintains a clear pathway for air. We have teaching and instruction on all of this. Hit the training tab at refugemedical.com. There's videos on how to use all this stuff, okay? And then, of course, combat gauze. This is quick clot combat gauze. This is a hemostatic dressing. And so it's called quick clot, not instant clot. This takes your average clotting time for a wound from about 10 minutes with direct pressure to about 3 or 4 minutes, because this is gauze that is impregnated with kaolin clay, which speeds up the clotting factor of the body so that it reduces the window of time where we have blood loss. And quick clot is really good stuff. There's many different products out right now that do something similar to what quick clot does, but we know quick clot, we like quick clot, we trust quick clot, and so this is quick clot combat gauze that can be used for either dressing superficial lacerations or for a wound packing environment, specifically in the junctional area of the pelvic girdle. That's a very difficult place to work on, and that's why I carry this stuff, because I may not get enough pressure on the bleeding vessel with my wound packing gauze to pinch the vessel off, but I can get quick clot in there to begin to absorb that blood and form a clot, which I can then back with my wound packing gauze, back that with a pressure bandage to hold everything together so that we are stemming the flow of blood. We have a time problem that we're trying to solve with a critical bleed. Depending on which statistics you read, that time problem is anywhere from about 1.5 minutes to 4 minutes before this person loses enough blood where we may not get them back again. And that's the whole point of the bleeding prevention kit. We want to keep blood inside the body, and this kit is perfectly designed to be able to do that at a very affordable cost. And again, no frills when it comes to packaging. That's intentional. It helps keep the cost down, but it gives you a wide array of capability to deal with whatever life may throw at you. If you have any questions, you can reach us via the website, use our chat. There's real people on the other side of it. It's not AI, it's not robots, it's real people. You can visit refugemedical.com, or you can shoot us an email. Reach out to us. We're happy to answer any questions you have. And these are great kits for restocking your individual first aid kits, for handouts to other people, throwing one in a backpack or the beach bag or the glove box or the tool box at work or your utility truck or your desk at work or the desks at school. Awesome kit, very affordable. We love them. I think you'll love them too. refugemedical.com. Thanks, guys.